Hey, what's up? This is my first ever YouTube video, or well, not really my first. I had a channel when I was younger. Jesus Christ, cars speeding outside, not really speeding, tire screeching. Anyways, how are you, YouTube? Fuck, I can't really, I'm bad at talking on camera. I'm trying to get more used to that. Anyways, let me explain to you what this is, I guess. I have a lot of, rants, philosophy takes, I don't fucking know. I don't really know what they'd be called, I just have, a lot of random ideas. And I think, I'd be a pretty good commentary YouTuber, I guess. So I figured, fuck it, may as well try it. The issue is that I'm kind of getting nervous on camera, or not really, I don't know why. I've been sort of nervous, because, I'm, the most I'm extrovert as fuck in real life. Anyways, I think I just kind of have to, start talking, and then I'm good. That's what I was sort of thinking. And so I was thinking I'd be on a call with a friend, but then it never really happened. So here I am, trying to do this. Anyways, I'm in this Minecraft world I made. That's for another video, though. Basically, I figured I'd just talk about some shit. Which rant should I do? I think I should do my news rant. Or maybe I'll just do, fuck it, I'll just do one for now. This is my news rant. Okay, well, this will be an introduction video, actually. Yeah, I guess this is an introduction video. Or maybe I'll just do all the rants in one video, and then, separate them. I have friends do that. Anyways, whatever. So, yeah, my news rant. That's what I'll do first. I fucking hate the news. It sort of is one of the biggest, not really evil, because I don't really know how it really works, but I guess I came out wrong. I don't really think evil works in there's very little evil in the world, I think, just true, I'm gonna do this just to be a dick. I think usually people kind of do shit just because they don't realize it hurts someone when they do something fucked up, or they just manage to justify it to themselves, or they're just some sort of stupid human psychology logic bullshit. Maybe they're the person won't care, or they don't realize, they're not smart enough to realize it'll hurt them, or I don't know. I don't think there's really much evil in the world. I think and I know it's just kind of this whole eat the rich thing going on right now, but I don't know. I don't think it feels a bit parroted to me, even though I definitely see how capitalism kind of gives that whole feeling of you're working and then you just don't get anything, or not really that, came out wrong. Capitalism kind of gives a feeling of the whole American dream thing that was this big thing in the past that I don't know if it ever existed in the first place, but I don't know. I can see how capitalism kind of people want to eat the rich because you just sort of are I don't know, I'm bad at explaining on camera. When I'm under pressure, I do a terrible job explaining whatever I'm thinking. When I'm just talking to someone, I'm I think I'm saying is fucking fire. When I'm under pressure, I do a terrible job explaining because I get nervous and then I kind of say the wrong thing or just come off too much or too little, and it's really annoying. So I fucking hate when kids would egg me on, try and get into you gotta out roast each other battles, because I would fucking be terrible at those, because I would get mad at them and then unable to actually explain what the fuck I'm thinking. Yeah, it's stupid about them. I don't know. I'm getting off topic here. Topic ready about the news. Whatever, guess we're not doing this. It's gonna be very ADHD. It's just episode 1, I guess. The other thing we get the rich stuff, right? I know it's just kind of mentality among the public right now. They're oh, the pedophiles and the lizard people, and why do people conspiracy get normalized all of a sudden? I find that hilarious. That was so weird for the longest time. And also it's oh yeah, the lizard people, they just exist, whatever. I mean, I'm sure it's not very much it's not a literal thing. It's more of the rich are powerful and I don't have power, and that's not good. Which, to be fair, this is not good. It's not really more. It's just sort of I think people kind of feel power. I think conspiracies got really normalized as of recent. Because, what's it called? Well, part of it's Corona, and how that's kind of a historical trend of, whenever there's a disease that goes around, Corona's not a new thing. Or it's not a new thing, it's that Corona itself was new, but pandemics have been a thing since basically the beginning of humanity. The bubonic plague wasn't a one-time thing, it was a thing that came back, every 10 years for, hundreds of years. And it was, living in a zombie apocalypse where, everyone just fucking died. And it was basically post-apocalyptic Mad Max shit, at least the first couple times around. I don't know the full story. That's the vibe I got, at least. Anyways, listen, I'm just going from what I've heard. Yeah, but whenever there's a plague, Spanish flu also, there was the Spanish flu was funny because whenever there's a plague, people are oh my god, conspiracy time. And people are always nowadays are the government's hiding shit from us. And in my opinion, they're really not. I think people kind of overestimate the government conspiracies. Do you really think government's that fucking talented and actually works well enough to hide some massive thing from the entire public? I think that they're more just kind of I don't think the government's that talented. I think the government's like a bunch of just people that are politicians that aren't smart enough to pull that off. Like, they don't think if they're all like I feel like if it's like there's people, it's like they can't fucking pull off some like massive like hiding thing. I'm sure like some asshole would fuck it up. You know what I mean? We're all human. We're all kind of dumb like that. Anyways, fuck what I was saying. Yeah, so I hope this isn't like what I'm doing right now. I'm just like falling on the ground. I'm like not focusing on what I'm saying. I'm just kind of running around in Minecraft. Hope this isn't giving you all like seizures and just looks awful. Anyways, yeah, about the government for fuck's sake. I think conspiracies are becoming kind of normalized because oh hey, look, the government. It's a parody of it. I made a Minecraft or Minecomp, if you will, and I'm demonetized. Fuck it. I don't have any viewers anyway. So who gives a shit? Fuck shit. Fuck you, YouTube. I have like no viewers anyway. I don't care if you get fucking mad at me for swearing. I don't know. You're about swearing. I fucking hate like the fact people bitch about swearing. The logic behind it's so dumb to me. Like, yeah, people are like, if it's, I get that it's like socially unacceptable or whatever, which is totally arbitrary in my opinion. It's one of those things where people are like, parents, I have autism, and I do with I have another friend who's awesome. We were joking with the other day where people would be like, this is a rule, and you're like, okay, why? And they're like, here's why, and you're like, that's not a reason. That's just but just you're like you can't swear. Like why? Because it bothers people. Or not that like you can't swear. Why? Because you're not supposed to swear if they're unprofessional. That's not a reason. That's just another rule. Like what? Or they're like it's like they're like it's on what's it called? Like it's not unprofessional, like uncivilized. Not like that sounds like fucking like closeted racist grandma. I don't know the word for it, but it's like it's always like some kind of like oh well it's like vulgar. I'm like that's not a reason. That's just another piece of information. Anyways, yeah, what I don't like about swearing is like what I don't like about people bitching about swearing is like I don't like yeah I get if it's I think most people that are offended are kind of like being over dramatic and it feels kind of fake to me. But it's also like if we really are offended, that's fine. But what I don't like about it, I guess, is like usually the reason you're the most is like you sound stupid, which is kind of stupid in and of itself. Like as much as I want to say like trying to sound smart is stupid, I kind of try and sound smart, which I kind of hate about myself. But I don't hate about myself. I just think it's kind of dumb. But like it's also that whole like you even need like when you're arrogant and like you're self-aware you're arrogant and you know it's stupid, but you also can't like get to stop because like our brains are complicated and fucking weird. Anyways, about swearing though, I feel like saying like it's dumb is like dumb enough. It's kind of a dumb reason because like you can't like the argument is like you can't think of a better word to use. But like, what if swearing is the best word? Like that came out wrong. But like if someone like if you first off they back a lot of punch. So like if you want to say you really dislike something, saying like oh I really think this is on I like I think Hitler is a no good doer naughty man is a lot like Hitler's a bad example because everyone thinks Hitler is kind of dumb. That's a rant, but if you sort of like if you're gonna like say you don't like I think this guy is bad, it's a lot less impactful than saying like fuck this guy, I fucking hate him. You know what I mean? And I feel like swearing just kind of like it packs a lot of punch, but also it's like it's the best words to describe. If it's like if you want to show how you really, if it's the best way to describe how you feel about something and like you need a way to pack punch, and you really dislike something, I think swearing is a good way to show that. If you're mad and you want to show that you're mad, you would try and use the word that best conveys how mad you are, and usually that word's a swear. So I think the whole like not liking swearing, people bitching about swearing is just kind of illogical. I don't know. There's it's obviously a lot of things I'm not covering there. Anyways, I'll check if this is still recording because I need to make sure this isn't broken. Okay, we're good. Okay, that's what I want to talk about. My news rant. I want to share that. So, yeah, I thought I was gonna like an organized rant, but no, it's just like speedy rambles. Whatever, fuck it. Yeah. So, fucking hate the news a lot. Probably like the things I hate the most in like the country, just like the biggest problems. I think it kind of contributes to every other problem. Whether if it's distracting us from other problems that need to be fixed, or causing us to focus on something that makes things a big deal when it shouldn't be, or like I'm gonna talk basically the news. Their whole thing is they want to make money, which is fine, but they want to make money off ad revenue, which is also fine. But they specifically run stories to like scare you into watching more of the news to like maximize ad revenue, which is not fine. basically they don't run this, like, it's not, the news isn't what's happening in the world. The news is what can they talk about that'll scare you into watching more of the news, so they get more ad revenue while you're watching the news. Like, they'll say, the way I notice it a lot, and there's a new trend now, but it's something I should notice a lot, where it's like, are your kids in danger of this scary new drug? If you click, keep watching to 11 to find out more. And it's like they'll say some, or like they'll say some scary shit like, there's a fire. And remember, there's a fire in California, for example, but it's not what I'm talking about. But they're like, there's a fire, right? And that's something that's really important to be paying attention to. Or that's not an example, but it's like, that's a bad example because that's like actually relevant, which isn't what the most of the news is. But there'll be something happening, and they'll tell you to keep watching to like stay updated. And they don't. But the thing is, they don't ever explain to you what's going on. Like, if I watch a 10-minute informational YouTube video on a problem, like, I don't know, fucking ISIS, I expect that if you had 10-minute video informational YouTube video on, maybe, I don't know, here's what's going on with ISIS, like how it came to be, what's it's doing, what's the problem, what are the solutions, etc. Okay, so I watch the video and I expect to come out understanding the whole situation. With the news, you can just watch it for like an hour and you don't understand anything. You like learn nothing. And like, why is that? It's because they don't want to explain to you what's going on, because you'll realize, oh, well, now I understand what's going on. I don't need to watch the news anymore because like I feel okay. They want to keep you in this like constant suspended state of like, oh god, like you want to keep you in this suspended state of fear, so you like keep watching, hoping for a way to alleviate that fear, like a solution or an explanation that you just never get. That's why I hate the news. And I feel like there's a new tactic they have where they sort of run political, what's it called? Like now they're trying to sort of, they realize that fear works, but what also people are getting sick of fear. I'm not sick of fear, but I think fear works great. But they realize they could also just bait you up into hating the other political side. They're like, yeah, look at the Democrats, they're all fucking stupid and retarded, and they're doing all this crazy shit. Even though like they take like the one like most ridiculous one, which they've been doing for Republicans for years, but take the one like most like batshit, like the most extreme person that like nobody else actually agrees with in the party, and they're like, yeah, they're all like that. They're all, and they do this for both parties, like Republicans. TNN's like, all the Republicans are all fucking crazy racist, like your crazy racist Southern stereotype, and the Democrats are all like the fucking like Twitter people that like are just insane. And I fucking hate you. That's another rant, but they'll do it with like, it's kind of like, look what these people are doing, you should be mad. And it's just like, so that you keep watching, and then you see more ads, and they just kind of make you mad. And it's just sort of like, it's just really destructive to like society, because like I feel like we're focusing on the wrong things at a very crucial time when we lost it. It's like kind of a ticking time bomb effect. We need to address it, and then we're like, nope, we're gonna address this. And a lot of these people are addressing, they're like actually important. Like, yeah, sure, we need to get to that racism shit. I'm glad we got into getting to that. But like, it's also like we're addressing it in the very wrong, like, we're sort of like, why don't we focus on like Jim Crow and the war on drugs, and not like someone saying the N-word. Then again, I get the black community's kind of like, hey, let us have this one. I'm like, sure, that's fine. But like, it's not really like that's sort of not like, there shouldn't be like the main talking point. That should be like a sort of like subtle third thing. Or like, that should be like, I don't know, I'm getting off topic here. I just kind of feel like, what's it called? The news kind of controls the discussions going on in society, and they're but they don't talk about what's relevant. They talk about what sort of is scaring us to get into more viewers, into watching more of the news. They talk about what'll get them more views, but they also control what the public thinks is going on in the world, which is a very bad combination. That's why I hate the news. Anyways, yeah, I think I'll end the video here, and I'll just pick this up next time, and yeah. So, maybe I'll pick up the camera and talk more later if anybody likes this. Yeah, have a great day, everyone. Toodles.